Hello and welcome to the show. Thank you guys for tuning in and watching. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Now, with every guest, we have them describe themselves in 3 words. And today's guest words are confident, business, and successful.
Yep.
Please welcome Leonidas Papadimotropoulos.
It's Papadimotropoulos.
Oh,
Yeah, take that.
Okay, well, thank you for coming.
Yeah.
Okay, sure. So thank you for coming to the show. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about yourself. To the audience, please.
Sure. I'm a businessman. I just got out of Harvard Law and, trying to get out there in the business world just one step at a time, one big step at a time, really trying to make moves.
Wow. Yeah. Harvard Law, business.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Congratulations. And going from that, when you graduated, your parents gave you a building that they've owned for how many years?
The building's been around for about 50 years. 50 years. And they've owned it for about 30.
Wow, 30 years.
Yeah.
That's a while. And they gave you that as like a graduation gift for you to maintain the business.
Yep, that's the startup, and then they'll work from there.
Right, which was theater for kids.
Yeah.
And you shut it down.
Yep.
Why?
Why not?
Wow.
When you have an opportunity, especially downtown,
right,
to invest in something new like condos or office space, why wouldn't you rent it?
Right. So your parents gave you the building.
Yeah.
To help you to kind of improve on it better.
Yeah, and that's definitely being improved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Did they? How do they approve of you tearing like foreclosing that building and starting the process of turning it into a condo?
Well, they. I'm not sure. They're not really talking to me right now.
I wonder why.
Yeah, it really doesn't matter to me. I'm still making money. That's all that matters,
Okay, so that's all that matters. It's just money.
Yeah.
But you see, what are the kids going to do now?
If the parents want to move from their houses or apartments or whatever they can afford, we have some wonderful condos that they could jump on board. 1.5, 2 million.
Okay, Mr. Leonidas, Papa
D.
Papa D. Okay,
Yeah.
You cannot take. These kids are learning to be dreamers. Like going into theater, and it was something community based, and you've taken that away from them.
How can kids pay rent? It does not work.
Okay, the parents or the building manager, the person in charge of the theater department, could have paid rent. So here's the thing. It was $30 a month, $30 a month for the past 20 years since your parents were so in love with theater.
Yeah.
And so when they gave you the building, you actually raised the price from $30 a month to $30,000 a month.
It's good, right?
No, it's not.
I think it's great.
It's not great.
It's
they
great.
Can't pay for it, and you knew that.
People are interested. That's what matters.
Do you not like kids, or do you not like theater?
I don't have a problem with kids.
So it's a theater part.
It's definitely not a theater part. It has nothing to do with that.
Really? I'm hearing something under your voice when you mentioned theater.
No, but if theater.
I don't know. Tell me, please.
So I had the opportunity when I was a kid to try to go into theater, and my mom she wasn't okay with it, but she let it happen. But my dad said it's just a hobby, and it's never gonna amount to anything. And so they sent me to business camp, and I just went from there. From 12 years old, I was in business camp. Yeah.
Wow.
Then all the high school business classes and college,
right.
Knit and grit, getting my degree, and that's how it is now.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you see, they wanted you to maintain a theater business for these children.
No, they told me to manage the building. They didn't tell me what to do with it.
Okay, but I'm pretty sure you can't have any building to manage if it's gone. But we're actually going to take a break from this topic, going to our next segment, which is called Tip of the Week. Take it away, Mr. Christmas.
There's a new menace out on the streets and we need to get ahead of this one. There's a vile combination of accessories that spells automatic chaos for anyone except the wearer. The backpack, the umbrella, and the cell phone are the perfect storm of pedestrian anarchy. He may be wearing a suit or jeans, but this guy is no amateur. His work papers are in his backpack, thus leaving both hands free. His left hand carries his umbrella, and the right holds the modern day equivalent of a pacifier, his cell phone. He's ready for anything, and he's texting it all to his nitwit account. The two people coming down the opposite way nearly lose an eye, but let's not worry about that. He's too busy updating his status on Facebook to let everybody know he's in the city now. Marching across the sidewalk, watching the latest episode of Modern Family, he leaves a confused and angered trail of folks who are actually paying attention to where they're going. This week's tip is a challenge. If you see one of these clowns walking towards you, just stop walking. Stand still and see if they actually walk into you. This activity is best done in groups of 3. You can take bets on the minimum safe distance. Enjoy.
Hello and welcome back. Just to recap, our friend here recently shut down a theater for kids to build more condominiums. And my argument with him was that why take away a children's activity, a whole community activity away from them? Mm-hmm. And so my question to you is, you couldn't, like, into preparing to build this new condominium, you couldn't work out a plan to actually have like a sub theater in the building, maybe like in the basement or something?
Are you telling me to put children underground? Is that what you're saying?
I said basement.
Yeah, that's underground. Okay. So you're saying on
sir,
this show right now that you're telling me to put children underground.
Okay, how you're saying it's not going to make it.
This is getting a little out of hand.
No, it's not getting a little out of hand. Yeah. You're taking away a kid's dream. You're taking away dreams from kids.
No, you are implying that I will put kids 6 feet under.
No, that's not what I'm saying. A basement's not that. A basement's deeper, actually.
So, that's even worse.
No. Okay. We'll just get on off the show. Thank you.
Okay.
So, this segment is called Douche or Don't. A show where I ask my guests some questions, and we'll figure out if they were douche or don't. As you can see, there are 2 buttons here. And you will press this button, or randomly choose a topic, and I'll ask you a question.
Okay.
From that topic. Okay.
All right. Sure.
Okay. So push the button, please. And it looks like we have general. Okay, the general category. Things are general.
Okay.
Here we go. If your parents tell you to do chores, ignore them.
I never had to do chores.
Why is that?
We had somebody who did them for me.
Oh.
And I still have that person.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
And so, let's say, for example, in your life, you never had a maid, right? Okay. And your parents tell you to do those chores.
Okay. You
still want to do them?
Why should I?
Because
if I'm focused on something else, why should I even bother doing chores?
Because
who does laundry anymore?
People do laundry.
So like who?
People.
Do you do laundry?
I do laundry.
Oh, well, that's you.
Okay. I do laundry. We do chores so that kids always do your chores, listen to your parents, because it teaches you discipline. It teaches you how to follow.
No. Business teaches discipline. Let's be serious for a second.
Okay, tell the audience.
There's nothing about business through parental guidance or whatever. Are
you kidding me?
I'm very serious.
Okay, you learn business through parental guidance.
No, they threw me in business camp. There's nothing parental about that.
Okay. I see where you're going with this, but they are still telling you to go somewhere, and you stayed. You could have made some tantrum saying, "No, I don't want to go."
No, it's different when they drop you off and leave.
Oh, so they literally just like drove a car dropped you off and
Yeah,
never looked back. Never
exactly.
I mean, you're here now. They must have gone back to you.
Yeah, it was summer camp. It was business summer camp.
Okay. All right. But kids, do not follow this man's his principle. Always listen to your parents. It will help you further down the road. Okay. All right.
Sure.
Sure. Okay. Please press the button again.
How could you afford this?
And it looks like we have kids. Okay, look at that. We just talked about
Yeah.
kids. Okay. It's okay to steal money from children.
What's that kid gonna do with it? What did I say before? Earn your pennies to make your dollars. Doesn't matter where you get it.
Okay, I'm just hearing that, so
Yeah.
there's no before. Okay, secondly, what? You would steal money from a kid? I think that's just wrong and, in my opinion, immature.
How? How is it immature? The
How?
kid's not gonna do anything with the money
How do you know that? How do you know that can do anything with the money?
because they don't have anything to do. But they're gonna get candy. They're gonna get comic books.
Yeah, why not?
What?
If a kid, let's say when a kid does their chores, right? This is why you do your chores, kids, and your parents give you a sum of cash because you did your job, right? And so you can buy candy or comic books or whatever kids do these days. I don't know what kids do these days. But, whatever in that sense, stealing, you as a businessman, stealing money from a kid
That's good business.
is not good business.
It definitely is.
Because you think that kids aren't going to do anything with the money, you should not steal it whatsoever. Okay?
That's one person's opinion versus another.
Yeah.
Yep.
Please press the button again, please. And it looks like we have work. Okay, this is your field.
Perfect.
All right. If an old lady is admitted to a hospital, it's okay to evict her.
Sure. Why not?
No. BS button. Okay, that's total BS. Really?
Yeah.
You're going to evict an old lady from her home because she went to a hospital?
Yeah. Half the time they go in. Most of the time they don't come out.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
That's just wrong.
Definitely is.
I'm trying to understand the business mindset, right? But coming from a morale point of view, it's absolutely ludicrous. You can't.
It's about the money, man.
Yeah, but sometimes it's not all about the money. There is that saying.
Who's gonna pay the rent if she's there for longer than a month?
It's all about the
Come the first of the month, I gotta get my money, and if I'm not getting it in time, then they shouldn't be in my apartment.
No, that's. You can't think that way. Maybe because you have so much money, because you are a businessman, maybe you can work out some deal to kind of maybe help her out with the rent.
There's no deal when they're in the hospital, man. It's go in and who knows what happens.
Okay,
I'm worried about my money coming into my pocket.
Okay.
Right?
Okay, but maybe for this particular incident, if it were to happen to you in your brand new building,
Okay.
maybe you can it's similar to like taking your neighbor's mail when they're not around. You hold it for them. Maybe you can help her with her rent because she might, I don't know, pass away. She still needs a place to live. So.
Well, you just said pass away, so
If
what's there to
what I'm
be?
trying
Who's
to say,
living there?
people we're all gonna die at some point. I'm just saying that she might not necessarily die when she's at the hospital.
Okay, well, the nursing home's 24/7, so.
Wow. Okay, we'll just press this again.
Okay.
Press one more time for you to let it sink in.
Cool. Fancy light show you got back there.
Yeah, okay. We are going to our next segment called Infamous People from History. Let's do this. Our subject for today is Pablo Picasso. Now, Picasso was a painter, and in his paintings there was always a main subject, particularly his wives, since he was a man that loved more than one woman at any given time. with his first wife, he made a lot of paintings. And when she started to not be interesting anymore, he left her. But not only that, you see, every artist, every model, always has to make a living, right? It's always a business. And so what she did was that she was also modeling for other artists because, she has to get money somehow. So out of jealousy, Picasso actually blacklisted her to not model for anyone else. And then after he blacklisted her, he left her and she died broke. Which he moved on to his second lover, one that he didn't even marry, a younger model. And so he started to paint her. And then when she started to die out of cancer or tuberculosis, they weren't sure at the time. You want to know what he did? He left her.
He left us.
Left another woman for another woman, and he started to paint her, and so on and so forth. And so he just kept leaving woman after woman and just started painting them. And these paintings were, I guess you can say, lovely, but the story behind them is just filled with misery. And that is why he is mainly a douchebag.
I gotta stop you right there. He was a visionary. Okay, he used business plans before business plans were even a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Each woman was a business plan, and when he was done with that business plan, he moved on to the next one.
Okay, so you're trying to say that women in general are just objects?
No, I'm saying that back then, Picasso.
Oh, so only back then?
Yeah.
Wow.
Depends where you look at it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so these people, right, are just, first of all, what he did was wrong. As a human being, as a lover in general, you cannot just, so because this woman is going to die, you're just gonna, like, in the middle of the relationship, you're just gonna just leave her. And okay, with the first woman, his first wife, he blacklisted her, then left her.
Mm-hmm.
He did that out of jealousy.
He did it for what's best for business.
Okay,
he did it for the money, man. He went to the...
but even if he was going to leave her in the first place, right? Why blacklist her?
So she can't make any more money. He wanted all the money. He wanted her. She went to other guys. He didn't like that. And it's a business plan. If you mess up the business plan, it's over.
That jealousy, it was out of spite.
It's for the money.
It was never...
It's always for the money.
Okay, even if it was for the money, he had plenty of money.
Do you know how much those paintings are worth now? Millions of dollars.
Okay.
And he knew that was going to happen. He took his ideas and his thoughts about everything that was for his art and turned it into his business.
Right. The more you do this is not going to help me agree.
It's definitely going to.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
It's what he did was wrong, and he's evil for it. Many of you like Picasso. Picasso was a douche. So
he was not.
Yes, he was.
Nope.
Yes, he was.
Nope, no way.
Yes.
He was a visionary.
Papa D, do you have a wife? A girlfriend?
It's Papa D Metropolis, and no, I do not.
You do not?
No.
If you had one, what do you think the asset value in your business of your wife would be?
Depends on how good of a wife she is.
Well, I'm sure in business you're used to averaging out the value of assets. So what would be the value of the asset?
Is he serious right now?
It all depends. I don't know how to. I'm not. I don't know.
Okay,
you're a businessman that can't put a value on an asset.
That's a first, isn't it, Mr. Whiskers?
It depends on the business. It depends on what I'm looking at, how I'm looking at it.
That's interesting.
Very,
Yeah.
Okay, we are going to take a short break, and we'll be right back after this commercial. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Kenny, and I'm here to tell you why you shouldn't commit a spoiler. This is you watching the program, and it's so awesome you want to tell everyone. If you talk about it when others around you haven't watched it yet, you ruin the experience for them, and in turn, they will ruin the joy for others as well. Which forces me to do this. Don't with me. If you spoil anything, I will make it my life mission to bring you down. I will be at every corner, watching you, studying you. And when you least expect it, don't be a spoiler.
Hello and welcome back to the show. I just want to say
Are you really on your phone right now? Is that best for business, man?
I was just on the your mother has been sending me several texts because she's watching the show right now.
Okay.
Right, and she actually sent me a few things to tell you in the show. One of them being that when kids have something to hide, right, they usually put them under their mattress. Many examples. But for you, you hid copies of Hamilton.
It was Hamlet. Yeah, it was not Hamilton.
Okay, so you're admitting that you did hide
Yes,
under your
they were first edition copies. They were collector's items.
collector's items.
Yeah.
Okay, and that was your intent when you were going after them. We were purchasing them.
One of them. Yeah.
One of them.
Yeah.
Okay, the other one.
I had a slight.
Please tell us.
I had a slight interest in plays and theater.
Was it related to business at all?
No, but
Okay.
it was something.
Okay. Well, let me try to finish that thought for you. So, you had an interest in plays because it was something you were, maybe I can say, passionate about, something you wanted to, I don't know, go forward with. But before you can even do that, your mother and your father sent you away to business camp. Is that correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so you never pursued theater.
No.
It's all about business.
Yep. It's all about business.
Right. And so being a kid back then, if you were to kind of describe your feeling when theater was taken away from you, how can you describe it in one word to us right now, today?
Anger.
That's understandable. And so how do you think those kids are feeling now when you are in the process of turning their theater department, kids theater for kids, to a condominium? Dozens and dozens of kids, their passion for theater being taken away, just like yours. Do you agree that they are also feeling angry?
Doesn't really matter now. It's more about.
You didn't answer my question. Do you think they are angry? Please say your answer to the audience.
Maybe they could
It's
be.
not-
They could be upset. Maybe I don't know.
You do know.
Probably.
Probably, yeah. And so, I'm not a businessman, but I do know what's right and what's wrong. And I feel like you do too. And so I'm just going to leave the show with you just considering either leaving the building the way it is, or maybe coming up with some deal where it's half condominiums and maybe half a theater department, or making an even better theater department at a different location. Since you have the money and the knowledge, maybe you can make a profit with this theater for kids. Maybe come up with a show every month where the kids put up a production and they get income. That's business, yes. And somehow, it's money for you, but also making kids happy. But I'm just going to leave it at that. And just want to say thank you for coming into the show. We'll see you next week. Leonidas Papadimitriopoulos. And he was like, welcome.
It's Leonidas Papadimitriopoulos.
And you don't even shake my hand.
Yeah.
Just
It's Papadimitriopoulos.
Papadimitriopoulos.
Yeah, I don't have the card.
Okay, let's start over.
Yeah, let's do that again.
Yeah. That's nice. Oh, you're my card's in your thing.
I put it in there
You
before
put it
we
in there
started.
before your
I
slide
saw you. That'd be pretty funny.
sleight of hands.
Yeah.
And she tells me that you had plays by William Shakespeare, for example, Hamilton, under your mattress. What?
Hamilton was on Broadway now.
Oh.
Hamlet.
Oh, sorry.
Hamlet.
Hamlet. I
okay.
got them confused.
Can we do it? It's all good.
That would have been great.
Actually, he should have said it wasn't Hamilton.
Oh, yeah! We should do that. I'll correct you. I didn't think about that.
Do it again. You go Hamilton, and you go, no, not Hamilton.
It was Hamlet. Yeah.
But haha!
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, we do that.
So genuine about it too. That's what's great.
I know.
So Hamilton, it's gotta be Hamilton. Hamilton convinced me.
That's funny. Good job messing up, man. It works.